Chapter 10, Apple Celebration. After recess, the students came inside the classroom and were completely astonished by what they saw. Mrs. Mitchell had changed into an awesome apple dress with a matching hat and sandals. Annabelle wasn't the only one with good apple sense in dressing. She wondered if she had purchased it online from New Zealand, as her mother had. Annabelle stood there almost bewildered, looking at Mrs. Mitchell's outfit. That has to be the best apple dress I've ever seen. Where on earth did you get it from? I just have to get a hat like that one, Annabelle said with excitement. Mrs. Mitchell stood there in a model stance as she answered Annabelle. Now, Annabelle, a teacher can't give up all her apple secrets. Some things must be left to the imagination. Annabelle knew she wasn't going to spill the beans about her apple outfit, but she still thought it was outstanding. Annabelle actually felt proud to have Mrs. Mitchell as her teacher. She felt as if they were friends in a strange kind of way. They both shared the same love of snazzy dressing for special occasions. Annabelle liked Mrs. Mitchell's fashion style as well as her teaching style. Each table in the classroom was now set up with big apple patterns, popsicle sticks, buttons, felt materials, bottle caps, googly eyes, tissue paper, construction paper, stickers, crayons, markers, glue, scissors, and other decorations. On a U shaped table in the back of the room, there were apple juice boxes, applesauce, apple chips, dried apples, and apple cupcakes. All the students stood looking around the room with excitement. Mrs. Mitchell began to explain everything to the class. Well, as we conclude our amazing apple activities, I just wanted to say that everyone did a great job. Right now, we're going to use the rest of the day to create our very own apple puppets, and then we're going to have a puppet theater, Mrs. Mitchell said. The whole class cheered loudly with excitement. She quieted the class down and continued. After we finish, we're going to have an apple delicious party with lots of apple treats. Who knows? Maybe Johnny Appleseed will come in and join us again. This was definitely the icing on the cake. Certainly a fun afternoon at school. Mrs. Mitchell allowed the students to work at whatever table they wanted to for this activity. Annabelle went up to Sally and acted quickly with her Operation Kindness mission. Hey, Sally, why don't you come and sit over here with Caitlin and me? We can all work together, said Annabelle. Once again, Annabelle had gone out of her comfort zone. Would Sally feel comfortable working with both girls? How does Caitlin feel about all of this? Would she be okay with it? Before Annabelle could say anything else, Sally spoke hesitantly. Sure, I guess, she said, and went over to their table. Caitlin welcomed Sally with a big smile. Each of the girls decorated and talked, laughing and enjoying each other's company. When it was time for the puppet theater presentations, two or three students got together behind the curtain and had funny conversations. Each student gave their apple puppet a different name and shared what kind of fake job they had, or they talked about things their apple puppet liked to do. Most of the time, it was just silly talk that made the class laugh. Even Mrs. Mitchell made an apple puppet and participated. She was the first puppeteer to perform, so she could show everyone else how it was supposed to be done. She named her apple puppet Princess Mary McIntosh, Queen of the Library. Mrs. Mitchell was very active, changing her voice as she spoke. She told a short story of how the princess had to rescue stolen library books from an evil cat. The students were hanging on to her every word. Of course, the story had a happy ending, and the apple princess lived happily ever after. The class clapped for her excellent story. Next up was Annabelle, Caitlin, and Sally. They pretended their apple puppets were three good friends who did everything together. Little did they know just how true to life their theme would become. After everyone had their chance to shine in puppet theater, it was time to enjoy all the delicious apple treats Mrs. Mitchell had prepared for the class. She put on a cool music video for the kids to watch as everyone ate their special treats. Some students even stood up and did a little dancing with the video. This was the best day of school yet, and the school year had just begun. The beginning of the year had brought a new and unexpected friendship for Annabelle. She was branching out and connecting with another person through Operation Kindness, and that made Annabelle feel good inside. The apple celebration was such a great event for the month of September. Annabelle couldn't wait to see what was on the agenda for next month. Chapter 10 is finished, as well as the book. I have a question for you. Why was Annabelle astonished and bewildered at the beginning of the chapter? Why did Annabelle feel that Mrs. Mitchell and herself were friends? Don't forget to answer the questions at the back of the book. Have a great day, and don't forget to watch out for other amazing Annabelle books.